When you think about some of your insecurities of things you're like, oh, I don't like this about me, or I don't like that about me, or I don't really like this, but I do like this about me. Well, embodiment is all about embracing every part of yourself, every single part. The parts you love and the parts that you think are not so great, and learning to fall in love with every single part of yourself. I'm going to get into some steps on how you can actually exude a lot more confidence. But before I do, I'm going to get into some steps that are very simple to take in so that you can become more confident. But before I do that, embodiment is the practice of fully living in and through your body, not just understanding something in your mind, but feeling, expressing, and experiencing it physically, emotionally, and energetically. So think about this, like when you are knowledgeable about something, if you have knowledge, you know it with your mind. Embodiment is all about you becoming it with your whole entire being. So how do you embrace and embody all of yourself? This has been a journey for me for many, many years. I'll give you a prime example of how I did not really embrace certain parts of me. I kept saying, oh, my eyelashes are too short. And then I see a lot of people like putting eyelashes on and fake eyelashes just so that they're like, okay, now my eyelashes look long. Short eyelashes are not appealing to whose perspective exactly? Like whose standard? I create the standard. So you get to create your standard. And I think short eyelashes are sexy. I think they're cute. I think they're adorable. And so I live my life with short eyelashes because I like my short eyelashes. You see how I reframed it and I created the standard in my life of what was what? You know, same thing with fashion. You are the trend. You are the fashion statement. You are the one. So another example of that was my hair. I always thought, oh my goodness, my hair is thick and I have to straighten my hair. Well, guess what ended up happening to my hair? I ended up having a whole lot of heat damage and it ruined my hair. So I ended up having to do a big chop and my hair is naturally hair type 3C. And then I got to see one of my former clients of mine named Ebony, and she had her hair in this gorgeous fro. And she said, I'm learning to embrace my natural hair. And I was like, wow, I love her hair. It looks amazing. So I started looking up other examples of people wearing their natural hair that looked really beautiful to me. And I said, why not me? Why can't I do that too? So I started wearing my hair natural. And as you can see, my hair is very thick. It's poofy. I have 3C hair. It's not the thickest hair type. The thickest hair type is 4C hair, but the thinnest hair type is 1A. I was not born with thin hair. So when I straighten my hair, it's only because I wanted it maybe for a photo shoot, or maybe I wanted a particular look because I wanted to trim the ends. But me, on a day-to-day basis, I really love my hair, and my hair is thick. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. And I learned that I am the standard. Also, another thing, detach from the body, the physical, because the physical is actually not really important. Your physical is temporary, right? We have these bodies that we were born into that God created us to have, but that's temporary. One day we will die, and none of this, I promise you, none of this will ever even matter. So I want you to learn to make peace with your body, because your spirit is what lives on forever. Your spirit is infinite. Your spirit has the light, your personality, who you are as a person, as an individual. That is what is attractive, not your physical outward appearance. So I do think you should embody yourself, like your hair, your texture, whatever hair type you have, and embrace that and learn, hey, my face is beautiful with or without makeup. I don't personally wear makeup because I like my skin. I like the skin I'm in. I like my fresh face just hitting the air and being able to feel that breeze and nothing blocking or clogging my pores. Like, I just love the natural life. And a part of embracing and embodying my feminine energy, my divine feminine, was embodying every part of me as a woman and understanding that the solar plexus, which is the womb, which carries children, right? You can bring life into this world. That's a beautiful thing. And so many women are hiding their age or hiding who they are, or, oh no, I don't want anyone to know how old I am. If we started calling, instead of age, levels, someone else in my community said this. She was like, oh, I'm on level 46. And she was so proud of her age, that she was healthy. And this amazing Canadian woman who's just like, I'm healthy and I look good for my age and I have abs and I'm taking care of myself. And I just look at that and I'm like, wow, I like that. I want to celebrate my age as a 34-year-old woman. Sometimes people think I'm like 25 or 24, but yeah, no, I'm in my 30s and I embrace my youth. I used to think I needed to look older. I needed to put on more makeup. I just needed to look better. I'm not saying you can't wear makeup or you can't put on lip gloss, but if you can't leave the house or go to the gym without a whole face of makeup, I mean, come on, like, or run to the grocery store without putting on a full face of makeup. No, learn to embrace all of you. The version of you who does not care about the physical, but is more focused on the spiritual and the internal and who you are actually becoming, who you're actually stepping into. So today, I want you to make peace with it. Ask your body for forgiveness if you need to ask your body for forgiveness, for judging it, for saying you're too this, you're too that, or you're not good enough. When I was doing a yoga practice, one of the yogis said something that really stood out to me. She said, some of you need to ask your body for forgiveness. You need to hug your body and say thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for expanding while I was eating. Thank you for all the good things you've done. You've held me, you've carried me, kept me protected. Everything that I've been through, even when I didn't treat you right. Some of you need to ask your body for forgiveness today. So do that. Make peace with who you are and where you are, and know that you are not your body. You are not the physical body that you are in. None of those things matter. I mean, people out here getting BBLs and trying to change who they are. Listen, you are not your body. You are not your physical form, your spirit, your electrons. They become charged based on what you're choosing to focus on. So focus more on your spirit, focus more on who you're becoming. And I want you to start reframing like I did, like short eyelashes are so sexy. That's what I started saying. And I started loving my short eyelashes. As you can see, I have no makeup on. I have no eyelashes. I started creating the standard that I believe. I started shifting my beliefs and saying, no, I'm the standard. So reframe that. What limiting beliefs are keeping you in society's standard? Because if you want to be confident, if you want to become more confident, you have to create your own standards. And you have to start embodying not just the parts of you that you like, but every part of you. Something I used to be really embarrassed about was my eczema. I was always so ashamed of it. And, you know, on my hands, I used to hide my hands sometimes as a kid because I didn't want people to make fun of me because someone was like, what is that? What is that? And I was like, oh, eczema. And I would hide my hands. Ever since then, I would always put my hands like this. I started speaking openly about the fact that I had eczema on my stories on Instagram, and a bunch of people in my community were like, oh my goodness, my son has it, or I have it too. What do you do for it? What do you put on it? It became a conversation, and it was removing the shame, taking the shame out of something that I thought was so embarrassing and realizing other people have it too. So yeah, I get the rashes sometimes on my hands, but I can't really complain because the rest of my skin is very nice. And growing up, I had it all in the cracks of my arms, cracks of my legs, everywhere. And my mom would mix a bunch of potions just to make sure it was gone, right? But eventually things began to heal naturally and on its own. So as you take away the shame around these things, the physical, you can step into the more confident version of yourself. And you can begin to say, no, I am the standard. I'm the standard of beauty. I am the standard of business, right? I am the standard for my family. I am the standard for XYZ. Fill in the blank. You create the standard, not society. Let them do what they want to do. If they say, oh, this is trending, this is in fashion right now, let them do that. But you do what you feel aligned to do, and you create the standards in your life. Another example of that also is a trend. A lot of people are like, this is trending on social media, hop on this trend. I don't do trends. I don't hop on trends. Why? Because I am the trend. I don't need to hop onto something that I already am. I create the standard. I create and speak about what I want to speak about on my page. And if someone doesn't like it, they can always feel free to unfollow or unsubscribe from my YouTube channel, right? You set the standard. You create what you want it to look like. A lot of people are hustling and bustling and using a lot of masculine energy in their business to hustle and grind, can never take a break, can never take a vacation. They're a slave to their business and they have no peace or no sanity. But I said, no, I want more ease and flow. I want to create a business with ease and tapping into the divine feminine where I get to calmly have a beautiful business that grows, that's healthy, that's wealthy. And I've done that. I've accomplished that. And I'm so proud and honored of all the people I've been able to serve because it was about serving people and using my gifts and passions and having the freedom to do what I want, when I want it, and how I want it. Think about that. You are the standard. You don't have to do things the way everyone else does them. Keep embracing all of you. What is something you can start doing today to embrace you, the real you, not the version of you that you think is the best version presented, but all of you. All right, sending you lots of love, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I post videos every single week, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Embodying your, oh, hold on, timer, 8 minutes, go. Okay. Why not me? Why can't I? Oops. I want you to take those moments. I'm sorry, you're making me laugh as you're dozing off. You're really making me laugh. Anyway, all of you, not the parts of you that you just like. Okay, let's stop that. Make sure you hit that subscribe video. I have more videos coming out like this one, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Oh, yeah, I said that.
Subscribe video. You said make sure you hit that subscribe video.
Oh. Wow.
That's
the subscribe video. Okay, make sure you hit that make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. I don't even know what to say. Oh, and make sure you hit that subscribe button.